Welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. You know what this channel, we are anti-criminal, anti-terrorist channel and like-minded people who want to live in a community, in communities where one is free to move about and go about their lawful business without being harassed by criminals and terrorists and their supporters and financiers. You know that there's a thing that is a very addictive drugs. Some people call it the white lady. You know, um, Jamaicans call it different names, and it's really, really sad because it is something that has been destroyed mostly the black community. But some people in the black community will tell you that this is the way that how black people got rich, and some of them start business and stuff like that. Most of us who knew of one of our noted singer, Foxy Brown. Yes, Foxy Brown, the woman that give us sorry. I want you to watch and see, what this white lady stuff has done to her. So people, that's why when I tell people that I do not support thieving, police thieving, people coke and thing, these are the results of it, you understand? Because looking at this woman and see what, she has been going through with her life. She had a child, you know, and it's really, really heartbreaking witnessing someone with such talent, and this is what she's been reduced to at this moment in time in 2022. But the person who sells it, like the GSZ, and GSZ is on a pedestal in the not in only the black community, but white in the white hierarchy because he's seen as a part of them, so they laud and celebrate him. And this is what the white lady has done to black people. So I want you to watch, what's happened to Foxy Brown in 2022. You watch, you listen, and you decide. Peace.
Saying sorry is all that you can say. Years gone by and
Sing the next one,
still
no?
you got a fast car. Don't get a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we can make a deal. Maybe together we.
Well, it is so sad to see such an icon and someone who had such talent to be reduced to this level where people seeing her and all they can do is just wish that something the tide would change for her to return to normalcy. But in life, the choices that we make in life, that is what we have to live with. And Foxy Brown has chosen that life, and this is where she at now. Walking the streets of New York, and because she's all not there anymore. But one thing, if you have noticed, that her voice is still there. She haven't lost her voice, so she's still doing her thing as a singer and doing very well too. Her voice, nothing happened to her voice, but you know that once you reach that part in your life where you're addicted to any form of drugs, this is what happened, and eventually, just hope, hopefully that something will happen for her. They have tried so many times for her to recover from her addiction, but for some reason, once she's been released back into the streets, then she goes right back there, and it is so sad. So now we have been seeing a video that out of Jamaica with this woman with this big guy. Um, I'm not gonna elaborate about the video because what Sir P is selling is unicorn meat. So I'm gonna show you the guy, who, the one that pull his stool and the woman. So I'm gonna show you a video of the woman before she had reached down to this size. And to show you what this destructive drugs have done to black people. And look, it's black people that sell them, you know. You understand what I'm saying? So we have no problem in destroying our own people because we are making money. And when you really look at it, you know, it's really, really sad. Um, you know, I know people, you know, you have people who have been down that road and they realize that later in life it's to do this, to sell this kind of drugs or, you know, to their people or any people per se, that this drugs is going to destroy people's lives. So people, you know, wake up and then change of art, change of mind, and people decide, say, you know what, I am not going there anymore. You know, so people rather roll with Bob Marley because it's natural, but other people they see it as the white goal. So I wanted to watch this video of this woman, the same woman that with the New Kingston incident with the man that police stole on her. So you watch, you listen, and you decide to show you that, you know, when people take these kind of drugs, it destroy them forever, never come back. The only person I've known a guy by the name of he used to be over by a white wing. His name is Thick Skin, thick black guy and very strong. And for some reason, somebody introduced him to it, and he started taking it. And I realized that the guy wasn't having any his regular shower. And you know, I'd spoken to, but then you know, Pulpy and I had a good relationship, and they have done. You know, they were able to keep him in a house in White Wing, like for 3 months. The only thing that he could do was to come out, shower, and go back in and eat, and he could exercise in the house. And they had people that they were guarding him, and if recovered fully, I don't know if he has resorted or fall back on his addiction. So you watch, you listen, and you decide.
Go meet me at the shop right down there, so right now. Since you want something to eat. Come, down at the shop. I'll buy something for you to eat. I get no money for buying no coke. Can you still take coke in and me know?
No, I'm not take it all a while.
When last you take it? When last you take it?
I take it yesterday.
Ah, so if you get the money yesterday, if you get the money yesterday, you don't take it by the coke. No, talk to.
No, probably Uncle Avis, I'm not telling a lie.
Probably.
Probably.
I love it for your honesty, babes.
Uncle Avis, can't buy me a tin of milk.
I am going, I'm going to buy somewhere at the shop.
No,
Come.
say they can't buy me a tin of milk.
Come out of the road. Bro, no.
You know, watching that video with that young lady, the same young lady that I'm going to show you another video with her later. That's like maybe 2 or 3 years later. You know, repeated exposure to to diet coke, the brain start to adapt so that the reward pathway becomes less sensitive to natural reinforcer. What are some ways that diet coke changes the brain? At the same time, circuits involving stress become increasingly sensitive, leading to increased displeasure and negative moods when not taking the drug, which are signs of withdrawal. These combined effects makes the user more likely to focus on seeing the drug instead of relationship, food, or other natural reward. With regular use, tolerance may develop so that higher doses, more frequent use of diet coke or both are needed to produce the same level of pleasure and relief from withdrawal experience initially. At the same time, users can also develop sens- sensitization in which less cocaine is needed to produce anxiety, convulsion, or other toxic events. Tolerance to cocaine reward and sensitization to cocaine toxicity can increase the risk of overdose in regular users. So, the thing is that, what has been affecting people, that take these drugs is they will never, and education is very important. They will never ever get that high again from the first time. So that's why education is very important. And as a police officer back then, when I was training at the Jamaica Police Academy, they taught us all these things about drugs. And that's why the government makes it illegal for people to take drugs because the inhibitors in your brain and all those things, it start worn out, and you start lose your train of thoughts, your self-respect, and you just become an addict, and people's gonna lose respect for you because you lose respect for yourself. But we don't want that. We want people to be themselves at all times and not to be in the realm of, thinking totally different from what is reality. Because their reality, is in a vacuum. They cannot see outside of it. All that person wants is to get that high again, and they will never get it because it's only one time and you get addicted. So it's like there's nothing to compare to it more than it's just people who exist in that world. So there's no reason for people try to try drugs or anything like that because there's no benefits. The only downsides to it is destruction. So I wanted to see an update of the same lady in 2022. You watch, you listen, and you decide. So anyone who introduces others to drugs are not nice people. And those who sell this kind of drugs to others, and it's really, really sad because this is a drugs that destroy people's life. It doesn't matter how much money the other person is making from selling these drugs, but destroying people's life it's not worth it. And it's really, really sad. A lot of people who have ventured down that road, you know, it's not like things turn out well for most of them because at the end of the day, you're destroying lives and you're destroying even yours too. So it's not wise to destroy other people, looking like you are other, even not a human being. So selling people things that's addictive is not good. It's better it's something natural. Not that we're endorsing anything because you know that Bob Marley stuff is legal in the United States of America, which is the capital for the world. As anything the United States done, everybody else follows. As if you don't follow, you know what's will happen. Not until the truth is being accepted and taught, then before the world start to accept truth. So we know what we are living in right now. A lot of us can identify that we are not living in a world with ethics, decency, and truthfulness. It's a world that's full of liars. And the biggest liars are the bullies. And the bullies are the ones who's trying to force everyone to accept their way of living. If you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, this is your time to subscribe. And please like the video, share the video, click on the bell so that whenever we release a video, you're the first one to receive it. Have yourself a nice day. Jamaica Young Police. Out.